Greetings, family. Welcome back to my channel. I have some disturbing news to share with my subscribers. Coming to you from Jay-Z. Apparently, Jay-Z has become a victim of the Me Too movement and is now being associated with a sexual assault with none other than P Diddy.
This morning, disturbing new claims against music icon Jay-Z. A civil lawsuit detailing sexual assault, originally brought against his longtime friend Sean Diddy Combs, now adding new allegations against the rapper whose real name is Sean Carter, claims both men deny. The anonymous woman, who was 13 at the time, described in the lawsuit as being drugged and raped at an MTV VMAs after-party she says Combs hosted in 2000. According to the suit, she recalls accepting a drink from a waitress that made her feel woozy and lightheaded before she says she was raped by Jay-Z and then Combs in a bedroom as an unnamed female celebrity watched.
Hey family, that's the gist of the allegations against Jay-Z and P Diddy. Hopefully these allegations against Jay-Z and P Diddy are not true, but they would really give some validation to the claims that sexual assault is rampant in the hip-hop industry and in the entertainment industry in general. You know, we've seen recently companies like Abercrombie and Fitch, the purveyors of the Hollister brand, that have been embroiled in a controversy pertaining to the models being sexually assaulted for contracts. You know, we've seen Harvey Weinstein and the Hollywood fraternity using sexual assault or sexual favors as a means of giving persons jobs or acting gigs. And, you know, we've also seen, even in the rock and roll industry, certain individuals, even the greats, have been found to be guilty of taking advantage of individuals.
Elvis Presley was the king of rock and roll, but he was also the king of being a giant creep.
Excuse me, what?
Elvis Presley started dating his future wife Priscilla when she was just 14 years old. But this was not an isolated incident. In fact, Elvis had a massive track record of scoping out teenage girls.
Okay, gorgeous chicks form a line on that side, beautiful chicks form a line on this side. Here.
At one point after his divorce, he tried to convince a nightclub owner to move the family to Graceland so he could raise and then marry his 14-year-old daughter. Somehow the club owner declined this kind of offer. Teenage girls would often gather outside the home of Elvis and scream through the fence, and instead of sending them back to JV volleyball practice, he would invite them in to have pillow fights, tickle parties, and mud wrestling sessions like a 2000s Van Wilder movie. When he was with Priscilla, he would invite her friends over to have parties in their underwear and take Polaroid.
That's enough of that. But family, you know, as you can tell from this video, even Elvis Presley was guilty of being basically a pedophile and was exposing other young ladies to his behaviors, even in the presence of his underage wife. You know, and so this is not to give any excuses for Jay-Z or any of the individuals who have been snagged in the Me Too movement. You know, far from it. We know that even persons like Steven Tyler, famous rock and roll artist, who was found to have been taking advantage of some of the persons who they deemed to be quote-unquote groupies. You know, but family, sexual assault is not acceptable in any arena and for any reason. And I believe that if they are guilty, they certainly need to ensure that these individuals. Timing of the allegations is something that I really wanted to highlight, because apparently this assault took place in 2000, right? And so in the year 2000, they're saying that a legitimate sexual assault took place, right? So if this took place, I believe they should have actually filed a criminal complaint and saw to it that these individuals were brought to justice. You know, so it seems strange that they would wait 24 years later to make these allegations. Now the thing is, regardless of the amount of time that elapsed, I think it's still a legitimate claim if it can be proven. You know, but the thing is, certain black moguls, particularly in the rap industry, have been the victim of these cases emerging years later. You know, if we go back as far as Russell Simmons, who was the former president of Def Jam, he was accused of some type of sexual improprieties, and he's now living in like an Asian country. So is it that certain individuals are being targeted? We don't really know, but it seems strange that they would wait after such a long period of time to come forward with this. But we're not going to blame the victim on my channel. If this is a legitimate case, I believe that persons need to be held accountable for this, regardless of the amount of time that has elapsed. Now, Jay-Z has come out and claimed that this is all an extortion attempt, and he's saying that they actually tried to get a settlement with him via a letter from an attorney, and he's now come out saying that they need to go to the full extent and file a criminal complaint. I don't think he should have made that kind of statement, but at the end of the day, he's thinking about